There we go. Both indoor and outdoor. Yep. Feedback. Yeah, it's a very short section. I seem to remember now that SME took that out. There was a little more information on the actual makeup of the casing for this section, but it was determined that it was not needed. Okay, so let's put true, correct. Continue and see. Answer yes or no. Is it possible to install the J steel enclosure outside? I'm going to put yes. Oh, but is it? That's incorrect. Try again. Go. And it gives you a little bit of information about the J steel. It's rated as a NEMA 1 and it's for indoor use only. NEMA 2 would be a different story. Continue. Completed. And a small recap on what was covered. Continue through to the final section. Again, we're looking at specific function. This time it is commissioning with the HMI with the screen itself. Quadrant, the image that came up is basically using the keys to navigate through the screen so that you can set the commissioning parameters. Here we have a warning, basically information that the installer, technician, engineer must follow before changing parameters. As I said earlier, the technicians do have a legacy understanding of the product before this. Some of them may choose just to carry on through, some of them may choose to pay more heed here. So the first section of this, the first stage of this section is the setup meter parameter. The video here, again, I built following the design layout, and it was built using Photoshop, Illustrator, and animated using Adobe After Effects. Obviously, the cut is going to be a lot tighter than this once the voiceover has been laid down. Until then, as you can see, certain areas have been left to over drag. They will be tightened up, obviously, when, like I said, when the voiceover has been laid down. Oh, voiceover for this one as well is North American. So that reminds me. The product owner went through the text themselves to make sure that it was North American English, which is understandable. British English would not be used within North America and Latin America. It would be North American English. For Latin America, actually, when this goes out to Latin America, it goes out in 3 languages: English, Spanish, and Portuguese. There has been talk of French, but as yet that hasn't been agreed upon. In Europe, this will be released, a European version will be released. The interface is slightly different, so recuts and rewrites will have to be done for that. But when it is released in Europe in November 2021, the training course will be in our key languages, 5 so far, which are English, French, German, Spanish, Italian. For the Nordic countries, A lot of them actually have a level of English that is very, very good, so that it goes out in English. Um, that said, we are looking further east, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, and we're talking about putting together Eastern European packages as well. That is in talk, very early stages. It's just talk at the moment. Something will be agreed though. There is something in place, but it isn't relating to this section as yet. To this, this project as yet. Continue. Completed. As you can see, for this section, there is no knowledge check. Continue. Going into the wire, launching the wire check now. Here we go. This section of the course will specifically focus on wiring alarm and power factor errors. Obviously, there are a number of checks that can be done, but we are just, as it says here, we're just focusing on wiring alarm and power factor errors. That's it. Continue through. Okay, this here is an automatic playthrough. There it goes, fires. Here we have the 4 steps for checking. Again, video created using Photoshop, Illustrator, and Adobe After Effects for the motion animation. If you look at the weight of the stroke on that hand, that is in line with the design language system of illustration as set out by Honeywell Global, which I quite like actually. I like that. If you look at the cap, it's a straight cap, and I quite like that. Again, as with the video that we saw previously, they have been left to drag over. These will be tightened up once VO is added, voiceover, that is. No audio effects will be added to this, or musical score will be added to this. Past courses that I've designed, I have included music, background music, ambient, and also audio effects for transitions such as whooshing and clicks and pings. It was agreed, and it's something that I actually agree with, it was agreed by management that they don't really add and can distract to the actual flow of the course. And yeah, like I said, I think for some of our courses, I actually do agree with that. They can be more of a hindrance than a help. Okay, continue through. Excuse me. Here we go with another knowledge check. So knowledge check number 2. Let's have a look what we can do here. Play through. The video you see is a stock video. We do have royalty on that, obviously. We have paid royalty, sorry. So A, read the statement below and answer yes or no. Hit submit. Is it possible to perform an installation check without using a smartphone app? Yeah, it is, because you can use HMI. That's right. And then we have our feedback and a little reinforcement. Continue. Yes or no answer to the statement. Is it possible to use the wiring check function without a load? No. Let's continue. That's right. There's some feedback and there's an example. Continue. At least 1 amp, as you can see there. It's 1% of load, 1 amp. Continue. Again, yes or no. If the wiring is corrected, will it automatically erase wiring check errors and stop blinking red LED? No, that's right. And some feedback reinforcement. Continue. Again, completed. Just letting the learner know that they've now come to the end of that section, and it's time to move on to the second part of this section. Continue. Oh no, sorry, the third part, my fault. And this is looking at the setup ceiling button. Information on the setup ceiling button there, where it is, what it does. Continue. It has flipped, but the quadrant holds still. It's just now reversed, that's all. Image to the left I created in Photoshop and Illustrator. Continue. That animation there is within, and that animation there as well, that is within Storyline 3. Continue through. Here we have our notes again, and continue through. Back to the initial quadrant. Again, that video that you see, we've got royalty on that. It's stock imagery. All of the knowledge checks have that video before them. And this is knowledge check number 4. This consists again of 3. The setup ceiling button is a dedicated switch for locking the system configuration settings. Is that true or is that false? I think it's true. There you go. And some reinforcement. And just continue through. Decide if the setup ceiling button on the E Mon meter opposite is set to locked or unlocked. I think it's unlocked. Is that right? That is right. It's in the up position. The E Mon is unlocked. Continue. See, this is an actual task. Animation there that you saw. That was I created that within Storyline. So let's lock it. Submit. That's correct. I've locked the system. Continue. And there we have it. There is the completed slide and a quick recap of what was covered. Again, it's a very quick recap, not very in-depth, but that was agreed in the pre-production stage. Continue. And we go through to the end slide. Congratulations, you have completed the E Mon Class 6000 Installation Commission Training course. You now have a clear understanding of the following areas. So everything covered in the course is there on screen. Continue through. And basically just a goodbye, saying that we hope you enjoyed. We hope that you can use this information in the course in your career and to help you obviously with this actual product installation and support. Here they can either exit or they can go back home. Let's exit. There we have it.